you seeking a love that truly understands you, one that makes you feel seen and heard and supported? Same. The exact same. I was doing the same. And then I learned that the kind of love that I longed for, I had to first find it within myself before I could find it anywhere else. And if you too want to experience a deep love, the first place you must find it is within. See, all of the love that you will experience in this life will be a byproduct of the love that you first give yourself. And you falling madly in love with you is the only way others will fall madly in love with you too. Listen, love is not about how beautiful you are, how well you dressed, or how much success that you've achieved in this life. What allows true love to gravitate towards you is you radiating that love from within so that it attracts and magnetizes that kind of love to you. Because what's true in this universe that we live in is like attracts like. Now, for me personally, loving myself wasn't always easy because I used to struggle with anxious attachment. And anxious attachment made me chase approval and accept bare minimum attention when I was in relationships. But something shifted in me when I made a commitment to love and treat myself the way I desired to be loved and treated instead of waiting on someone to come along and love me that way. And it has completely changed my love life. It has changed the way I love, and it has changed the way I allow myself to be loved. So today I'm sharing why loving yourself well is the key to being well loved. And I'm also sharing with you some powerful truths that you must adopt if you want to change how you love and how you allow yourself to be loved. So let's get into it. Now, let me just first say that this video comes from a very personal place of deep love and transformation, because I know what it feels like to want real love, want healthy love, but not know how to receive it. And this again is because of anxious attachment and how I used to tolerate crumbs and confuse anxiety with attraction and overextend myself just to be chosen. But the issue was I was waiting for someone to choose me in a way I hadn't chosen myself. And no one will choose you without you first choosing yourself. No one will see your value or your worth without you first seeing it. And when you do see it, when you choose yourself and accept your value, you are actually teaching people how to treat you. Listen, people watch you, especially men. And what they watch for is if your words match your energy and match your expectations and your standard. And if they don't, you won't be treated according to what you say, but you will be treated according to how you energetically present yourself. Listen, energy doesn't lie. Your energy exposes the subconscious beliefs that you hold about who you are. And so if your subconscious beliefs are rooted in low self-esteem, low opinion, or low self-value, no matter what you try to convey with your words to others about who you are, your subconscious will always reveal the truth. And so if you are overextending yourself, if you ignore your own needs, if you ignore poor treatment, and if you constantly say yes to things that don't reflect high value, you are broadcasting to people that you lack self-worth and you lack self-love. Because when you overgive, it shows that you are trying to prove your worth and value. And people who have a healthy self-worth and a healthy self-esteem, they never feel that they need to prove it to anyone for any reason. And I used to make that mistake all the time. I used to make the mistake of believing that being selfless and overcaring and being the overgiving nice girl would get me liked. But what it really did is got me played. And what I learned was you don't teach people to value you by you doing the most for them. You teach people to value you when you do the most for you. See, you honoring yourself and knowing when to say no and setting boundaries and choosing peace over people pleasing is how you set a standard for the kind of treatment that others will extend to you. So trust me when I say, if someone is going to love you and love you well, it will be because you modeled that treatment for them. You showed them through a standard that you set for yourself what your expectation is for love. You see, self-love, especially for anxiously attached people, is about learning that you don't have to shrink or play small to be accepted. You lean into the fact that you are enough and you stop negotiating with people who don't see your worth. Listen, you have to make a commitment to yourself that you are no longer available for emotionally unavailable people. So what I want you to do is ask yourself, what are you accepting that a more healed version of you would never? And once you have a list of all the things that you accept that you shouldn't accept, use the list to curate new standards for yourself. And be mindful and conscious of your list, because becoming a fully self-loving person is not a one and done. It is a journey. Now, another truth that helped me a lot was realizing that my relationship with myself mirrored what I attracted. Listen, again, like attracts like. And this means you will never attract something other than what you see and feel within yourself. See, every decision that we make is a direct reflection of how we see ourselves, which means attracting the love that we want starts with looking inward. For example, if your subconscious is filled with doubt and fear and self-loathing and self-rejection, a partner who mirrors this back to you will show up in your life and your relationships. It is the self-fulfilling prophecy that cannot fail. What you believe about yourself is what you will attract to you. But when you reprogram your subconscious to reflect self-love and value, and you speak to yourself with love and grace and truth, you attract people who reflect that same vibe. Listen, it is the law of alignment and it does not fail. So I have 2 tips to help with this that really worked for me. And the first one was to use sleep meditation to reprogram your subconscious beliefs. I want you to search YouTube for sleep meditations on whatever you're trying to reprogram your mind with. And every night for 30 days, put it on and just go to sleep and watch your subconscious do the work. The next thing I want you to do is start each morning with a positive affirmation like, I am worthy to be seen, loved, and chosen just as I am. You can use this one or you can create one of your own that more aligns with where you're trying to go. And trust me, these work. So please, please, please do them. They changed my life and I can vouch for these techniques. Now, another truth that really helped me was leaning heavily into my feminine energy. And I know that there's a lot of talk on social media about feminine energy, and all I can say is it really moved the needle for me. Listen, embracing and embodying my feminine energy helped me awaken to a power that was in me that I didn't know how to properly wield. I was carrying this light, this power inside of me, but because I didn't know how to use it, it worked against me. But learning to embrace my feminine energy changed everything for me, because it taught me that my true power was in being soft and relaxed and learning to flow in my life, which helped me release control, because control is a trauma response. And embracing my feminine power helped me to trust myself and have faith that I was okay, protected, and safe. And this allowed me to do relationships differently. The relationship first with myself and the relationships that I was cultivating with others. And now I know that a woman who loves herself never chases love. She never performs for love, and she never bends herself to fit in some containers that don't hold her properly. And this means if a man can't create a safe emotional environment for me in a relationship where I don't have to worry or I don't have to fear, I know that that's not my man. See, chasing and proving are desperate energies, but a woman who embodies feminine energy is so self-loving that it is impossible for her to be desperate. And this is because she loves from a place of wholeness and self-assuredness and worthiness. And these are things she doesn't look for others to give her. She radiates them from within. And that's what feminine energy will do for you. That's what practicing and embodying it will do for you. Now, another truth that I have to share that pushed me way forward on my self-love journey was learning that self-love has to be rooted in self-trust, which means trusting your intuition. Listen, when you love yourself, you trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you stop second guessing what you know. And this means you leave every relationship when something feels off because you trust yourself. You choose peace over men who simply have potential. And you no longer confuse butterflies with warning signs. That's a big one. And at the end of the day, what all of this means is you are comfortable walking away from any relationship with grace because you no longer abandon yourself. See, self-love makes you choose you over everything and everyone every time. And this comes from trusting that you are always okay, especially when you prioritize choosing yourself and trusting yourself. Listen, no woman has ever gone wrong with trusting her intuition. So be that woman. And always remember that self-love and your intuition will never let you stay where your spirit is suffocating. So listen to what your body is telling you and trust your intuition and act accordingly. Now, another huge truth that helped me most on this journey was learning to lean into self-acceptance. Learning to love and accept every version of myself, even the versions that made me cringe a little. And I know I've said this in another video, but it is so important. Listen, self-acceptance was a game changer for me, and I believe it will be for you because every version of us is worthy. See, what I realized is even in the face of not presenting myself as my best self, I know that I'm still worthy. And this means I have kicked perfection to the curb. And I know that I don't have to be perfect to be loved. I don't have to earn love. I am simply worthy of love with all of my flaws and all. And now when those old thoughts pop in my mind that make me cringe because of something I did in my past, I remind myself that I love that part of me too. That part of me is still worthy of being loved. And the added bonus is this is how I developed self-compassion. And trust me, you cannot love yourself without self-compassion, nor can you love anyone else without having compassion for them as well. Now, if you are still listening at this point, this is your invitation to fall in love with the way you love yourself. It is the key to receiving the love that you desire from others. Because the more you honor your needs, honor your voice, your joy, your truth, is the more you attract the relationships that do the exact same. Now, if this video resonated with you and if you're ready to heal and attract aligned love, I want you to grab my Secure Woman Starter Kit and my book, From Triggered to Trusting. It is a workbook and both of them will help you on this journey. Until next time, keep loving yourself like your future love life depends on it. Because it does. And if you feel so inclined, please share this video with another woman who may need this kind of support so she can join this community as well. All right, y'all have a great one and I will see you all next time.